Good morning. Saturday morning. Another day in the land of the living. God has given it to us. Welcome to the Morning Touch. I'm Darwin Campbell. The Morning Touch brought to you by Samaritan's Touch Homeless Services, where we meet the homeless right where they are, making a difference, one life at a time. My friends, today is a day when we look at life. Each day is never promised or given to us. But when God gives us a day, we need to walk through the doors of decision and make the best possible choices. That's what we're going to talk about today. There are many open doors that we walk through daily. My friends, just ask yourself, as you stand at the door, it's like, let's make a deal. What choice will you make as you stare at the door? Come right back and we'll talk about it. You know, life reminds me a lot of the game show my grandparents used to watch with Monty Hall, the old Let's Make a Deal. I love seeing the people dress up in their costumes and they're all excited and they stand before Monty and they have a decision to make. Door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. And the intriguing portion was what was behind those doors. They had to make a choice. And sometimes people chose and got the big prize, the car, the vacation. And in other times, people chose poorly. And they chose a door that gave them a cardboard box or a chicken. My friends, it is very important as you stand at the door to consider the decisions that you'll make. You know, Jesus said in John chapter 10, verses 9 and 10, he says, I am the door. If any man enters by me, he will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture. But the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. I come that you may have life and have it more abundantly. My friends, the Morning Touch is about giving you the tools and the information from the Bible, from God's own word, that will lead you down a pathway that leads to you finding freedom and pasture and abundant life and living. My friends, our goal is for you to find Jesus and find eternal life. As we study today, you and I are standing with the spiritual Monty Hall on Let's Make a Deal. Only in this game, we have two choices. Only in this game, I must make a decision. Only in this game, that decision will determine the rest of my days. Like I said, as we walk through this life, we come upon many doors. Those doors, as evidenced by the daily news reports, those doors carry us to successes, to failures, to rewards, or to consequences. You don't have to go far or you don't have to look long to find out that as we stand at these doors and we make the decisions and we pick those doors, sometimes we'll pick that new car. Sometimes we'll get that great vacation. Other times, you just get the chicken. My friends, it is very important, these doors. Success, failure, reward, consequences. How do I pick the right door? Amidst all of the temptation, all of my friends, my reputation, my legacy, how do I pick the right door? My friends, there's only two pathways. And the path that you select, whether it's the bright path or whether it's the dark path, it all carries successes, failures, rewards, and consequences. Here's where it starts. It starts with choice. Jesus has said, John 10, 9 and 10, I am the door. I'm the door. Just enter me. If you come in, you'll be saved. You'll go in and out, and you'll find pasture. Jesus has already made and carved the right path. But at the head of that path, my friends, with you and I, is a word called choice. Choice. It is not God's decision. It is not Jesus' decision. God leaves the choice to you. Do you choose the door where Jesus stands? Walk through to experience success and reward? Or do you choose your own selfish path designed by the devil and his angels that leads to failures and consequences? That's where it starts. And literally, that's where it ends. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 7, 21 to 23, not everyone that says, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. Only he that does the will of my Father. You stand at the door. Like Monty Hall and Let's Make a Deal. Which door do you choose? The door of faithfulness and obedience, or the door of rebellion and stubbornness? He also said in Mark 16, 15 and 16, he who believeth and is baptized shall be saved. He who does not believe shall be condemned or damned. My friends, we stand at the door of decision. And God leaves us to make our own choice, a choice that leads to success and reward and pasture, like Jesus promised, or a door that leads to failure and consequences and eternal condemnation. It all starts with choice. Choose this day who you will serve. Choose this day the path that you will follow, the path of light or the path of darkness. The big question this day on the Morning Touch is who's on the Lord's side. I'm reminded of what Jesus said in Revelations 3 and verse 20. The Bible clearly says, here I am standing at the door and knocking. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with him and he with me. My friends, Jesus is already standing on the other side of the door. Door number 2 is where Jesus is. But Jesus does not reach through and pull you through the door. Jesus does not kick in the door. Jesus does not blow the door up. Jesus just simply knocks on the door. It is your choice this day to select who you will serve, who you will follow. Door number 1 is a selfish door. Door number 1 is a worldly door. Door number 1 is the door that leads to consequences. Door number 2, that's where Jesus is. And he says, if you knock and you open and you choose the lighted pathway. You choose wisely and you choose right, that door where Jesus stands. John 10:9 tells you the result. I am the door. If you enter, if you open it, if you walk in, you find salvation, you find pasture, you find freedom, you find peace, you find joy. But door number one leads to destruction, consequences, loss of one's soul. Door number two, where Jesus stands, he says, I will give you life and you'll have it more abundantly. My friends, I don't know about you, but I choose door number two because that door gives me peace. It gives me freedom. It gives me hope. That door promises me abundant living because Jesus is standing there. Take my hand, lead me, Lord, that I may find pastures full of spiritual green grass. Take my hand, precious Lord, because I want the freedom. I want abundant living. I want eternal life. My friends, Jesus is standing at your door right now, and he's knocking. And he says, if you open, I will come and sup with you and you with me. My friends, do you want the Lord on your side? Do you want to feel the freedom and the peace that only Jesus can give? Do you want to experience abundant living? When everybody else is struggling to find their way, you're already there because God has promised to care for you. My friends, as we wind this down, I make an appeal. I plead for you to open door number two. I plead for you to pick door number two because that's where Jesus is. Pick that door and follow the road that's less traveled by. So many people won't choose Jesus. They love the attraction of door number one, only to open up and find that there's nothing but a chicken or a cardboard box behind door number one. No new car, no jewelry, no piles of money, just frustration and pain behind door number one. My friend, Jesus says, I knock. Open the door. You'll find rest. You'll find peace. You'll find joy. You'll find happiness. You'll find abundant living. And on top of it all, you will be saved, my friends. Saved from the eternal consequences to come. Our time is gone. But my friends, today has been a day where we provided food for thought. Food for thought. As you stand there with the spiritual Monty Hall, make sure you pick the right door. The Morning Touch brought to you by Samaritan's Touch Homeless Services. Well, we're out there trying to make a difference, trying to touch lives, trying to get people to pick door number two, the door where Jesus lives. See you next time on The Morning Touch. Have a great Saturday.